today on Divorce Court.
I'm here today to try and save my relationship with my kid's father.
I'm here on Divorce Court to tell my side of the truth in my relationship with Jasmine.
When we first met, Jason was very attentive and loving and affectionate.
There's a very high lack of communication.
I would say that he has cheated at least 3 times.
I need you to hear what I'm saying, and when you listen to hear me.
Divorce Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jasmine Bean and Jason Parson. The two of you have been together for a total of 7 years. You're currently separated, however. You have 1 child together, and while each of you have children from other relationships. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Bean, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you came to see me today?
I have come to see if there is a chance for us to salvage our relationship. The issue, though, mainly is infidelity. When we split up a while back, what caused it was he was at my house, and when I went to sleep that night, he was sitting beside me in the bed on the computer. And I don't know, something woke me up. It was maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and he wasn't there. And so he hadn't told me he was leaving, and I was calling his phone, and he wasn't answering. So I'm like, well, let me look around and see if he took some of his stuff, and left. And when I looked around, I found his computer on the floor, and it was open and unlocked. So I went and looked through his social media page, and I saw where he had been reaching out to different women, just random women, talking about he could be their out-of-town boo. One picture, or video rather, was of a young lady caressing her breasts. This happened to be a same young lady that had called one night when he was at my house. She called, it was 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and the phone just kept ringing. And so I'm like, I'm gonna answer the phone because it's 5 o'clock in the morning, nobody should be calling. This young lady, when I answered, she asked to speak with him, and I gave him the phone, and he hung up. So I felt like that was something shady going on because, if it was, he said that she just, still likes him, and she gets drunk and she calls just randomly.
Well, let me ask you this. What stage were you in your relationship when this occurred? Were you two living together?
No, not at this point. We were more so, he had a key to my house, but he was
You've
more
been seeing him how long when this stuff occurred?
Oh, this was not long before we broke up. So we had been together for at least about 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Parson, what would you like to say about what she just told me?
I like to say that is all incorrect.
Okay.
I give her about 30% on
30%, okay.
Right. The facts is we're dating on and off, okay? We have split up. I don't live with her. She don't live with me. I don't have a key to her place at the time of what she's talking about.
When she was talking.
That is not true.
Hang on.
He
did not interrupt you, and you will not interrupt him.
At the time of that incident, what she's referring to, I came over because she said she wanted me to come stay the night. It was around about 10 o'clock, and she had dozed off. I got a phone call. He said, hey, what you doing tonight? I said, nothing, I'm just kind of hanging out. You want to come out and party with us? I got a couple of friends with me. He said, just come pick me up, and we're going to go pick up my other homeboy. So I went out.
Yeah.
Now, I could have walked in there, correctly. Hey, I'm about to go out, you sleep, but she was sleeping. I didn't want to wake her up. The kids were asleep. So I slipped out for the night. Like I said, around about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, she did call my phone. I left my phone in the car, but by the time I did get back to it, I'm calling her like, hey, I'm over here with such and such.
Right.
I'm on my way, nevertheless. Her issues come from things that happened in the past when we were in some type of relationship. I've never gave her the full commitment that she wanted.
I got you.
And that's where we're at. It's been times where we would get into an argument, and I would say, hey, and I hate to do this. Judge. We are not together. I have to remind her that. We are not together. And when I do that, it sends her on a rage. She gets very heated. She hates to hear that come from me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Ms. Bean, open your mind wide like a prairie. Was your relationship at the time that you were doing these things a committed, monogamous relationship that was understood to be such by both parties?
That's a confusing question because he would say one thing, but he would do something else. So, I mean, when you're telling me you're not ready for a serious relationship, but I'm not able to go out and be free and date and do whatever it is that you're doing, you know, that's a problem for you. You want me to be home cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids. But
were you trying to install her? In other words, you would say outright, we ain't in this together. It's not a committed relationship,
But I'm still treating her like a girlfriend.
It's treated like a girlfriend, and don't let her go nowhere.
Treat her good. Nah, she can go where she
You can play and do whatever you want, but she can't.
No, it's not. I've never held a hostage.
That is
Stop.
I've never held a hostage. I've never held a hostage.
But if she went out with some other dude, you be cool with it?
Nah, I've never been cool with that. But
well, isn't that what I just said?
But did I go out with another girl? I went out with the fellas.
Well, you went out on a cruise with some chick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
While I was pregnant. I was about 5 or 6 months pregnant.
Right.
Did you go on a cruise with another
And
woman
he
when she was
lied.
5 or
He
6
told
months
me he was
pregnant?
gone with his
ma'am.
cousin.
Yes,
Tell me how you found out he was on a cruise while you were pregnant.
Well, I didn't find out. I mean, I had my suspicions. When he calls me out of nowhere and he's like, I'm about to go on this, my cousin's passing by, he's going to Florida, I'm gonna ride with him. And I'm like, well, how are you getting back if he's staying in Florida? He never could give me an answer. His phone was always going to voicemail while he was gone. And then he came back talking about he went to the casino and won some money that I never saw. So I always had my suspicions, but I never had anything that was like solid until after the incident where he left and I went through his laptop.
Did all that happen?
Yes, I can't agree to that. We was at a rocky point of our life right there. I already expressed to her, hey, look, this is not going the way I planned it. You and I are not seeing eye to eye, and it's because of this.
Hang on.
It's because of arguing. And you see, like, I don't mind her doing it, but nevertheless, that's what I deal with on a regular.
I got you.
That's what I deal with on a regular.
I see what's happening. I see what's happening. Push and pull. I get it. Mr. Parson, your major concern is you resent the fact that though you were in some kind of relationship with her, she went off and had her first baby with some other dude.
Are you seeing somebody else? And she's like, yeah, I didn't know how to tell you this, but I found a boyfriend. Well, you told me you wanted a committed relationship and you was gonna find one. 2 weeks later, she's pregnant.
So tell me about the situation where you were dating or together and she ended up having a baby with another guy.
Okay, we met around 09, somewhere around 2010. That's when 2-3 months into us meeting each other. Hey, look, I want to be in a serious committed relationship. I don't want to just be in a casual sexual relationship. Can you give me that or not? I said, I just got out of a 9-year relationship. I'm not ready for that right now. Fine. Well, if you're not going to give me that, I'm going to find somebody that will. Okay. Hey, I was cool with it. You know, we just met. It ain't like I had a lot of feelings invested.
Right.
But yet and still, we had a very good friendship relationship. I actually called her my best friend. One day she came to visit me, and she just kind of stopped by, and up on normal, you know, I tried to give her a hug and be like I usually be, and it's like, and I'm like, hold up, what's going on? Are you seeing somebody else? And she's like, yeah, I didn't know how to tell you this, but I found a boyfriend. Well, you told me you wanted a committed relationship and you was going to find one. 2 weeks later, she's pregnant. Now, I got to swallow this, and I did. It was no problem. But my only thing was, you know, according to her mom, oh, he's a better candidate.
Love the way he said candidate.
At the time, I did have long hair. I had my hair braided, and Mom prejudged me. Oh, he's a thug. He got to be a thug. Hold on, Mom. I went to a magnet school. I graduated with honors. I'm an electrical engineering major. How you gonna prejudge me? because I got braids, you know? So I'm a thug because I got braids.
Ms. Bean, what do you have to say about that circumstance?
I mean, for the most part, that is true.
Nothing else you can say.
I mean, for the most part, it is true. So, no, it's not much I can say. The most I can elaborate on would be more so for a long time, I felt like because he wanted me to have a child before I had gotten pregnant with her, he was trying to get me pregnant, and it did not happen.
Did you want her to have a baby?
She's basing this off the information that I told her. We had had unprotected sex twice.
We knowingly, just like how our son got here, we knowingly were trying to have a baby.
Which is even worse.
It is. I'm not
You are
saying
in a
that
relationship with a guy who is not committed, who does see other women, and then you actively try to have a baby with him. You don't keep them that way. They don't stay.
I agree with you on that.
You know?
I'm not saying that what I did was right, but what I am saying is I felt like due to all of what I had going on, and because he was like a really good friend to me, I felt like he knew the situation and he took advantage because he wanted to.
You are the author of your own story. You are the subject of your own sentences. He took his fussing and said, yeah, you're right, I was wrong. You need to acknowledge that, yeah, you were right, you were wrong, because you're going to continue to make that mistake. You say, oh, no, I don't care how, friends 5 years, all this, oh, no. You can't impregnate me. You have not married me. My gene pool is special.
She jumped off the depot to get pregnant.
He is lying. Why are you serious?
She plotted that.
I don't disbelieve you.
She plotted that.
I don't disbelieve you. I ain't gonna fuss. But we gonna move on. We gonna move on. We gonna move on.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And we're moving on.
We ain't in no committed relationship. I'm only giving it to you unless we go together.
Stop. Everybody, rise up. Everybody stand. Would you have a child with an uncommitted partner? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. There's so many different ways I can go, and so little time in which to do it. I will start with you, though, and say you have a communication problem. She talks over you, and that even though you have made it clear to her that you are not in a committed monogamous relationship, she refuses to hear that. Did I get that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what you've said and what she's done and why this miscommunication continues to occur.
I've always told her I wasn't ready for a relationship, okay? Then, during us being together, I did basically lead on as a good man. Mm-hmm. I'm there for you. I'm there for your child. I got a key to your place. We cook together. We laugh together. We go out. I did all the things. And you can understand and say, all right, well, we got times where we were exclusive. It was
right.
a lot of times where, she was so great that it was no use to even having other women, mm-hmm. But yet and still, I never wanted the title. I always wanted my freedom just in case I wanted to do this or do that. I wouldn't get blamed for being wrong. I didn't want the accusation of, well, you done me wrong, you cheated on me. And I just didn't want the title for it.
Right.
So that was my mistake of, if someone say, well, you kind of led her on in that way. So,
did you hear what he just said?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he just say?
Pretty much that he led me on. He knows that, and he did not want to be in a relationship.
That's what you heard, and I believe that. But that's not what he said. He said he was clear all throughout that he didn't want a relationship. He said he did things that could be taken as he wanted a relationship, but he always made it clear that he didn't. He didn't lead you on purposefully, but he allowed you to believe in the possibility. What I would like to say to you, however, is women are like that. We want to settle. We want to have a home.
Right.
And to the extent that you continue to give her that and just say, oh, by the way, we're not really a couple, and then do everything as a couple,
right.
whether or not you say that or not, you know that's where you're taking her. You weren't a right guy.
Right.
And I want you to be a right guy from here on in.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I know if you leave here next week, she'll sleep with you.
All right. It's been times over this past year I say, hey, what's up? Let me get on up on that. She say, nah, we ain't in no committed relationship. I'm only giving it to you unless we go together.
Stop.
Hold on, I got some...
Everybody, rise up. Everybody stand.
I put my foot down.
Okay. But yet and still, you have sex with 2 men that you don't go with.
If I looked in your books, you would have so many pages of other women, it doesn't matter. You want to hold her to a different standard.
She holding me to a different standard.
No, but I'm saying she doesn't. She's not obligated to have, she can have sex with everybody in here and not want to have sex with you, and that's not a negative. She can do what she wants to do.
It's what you're saying when you say, I'm not going to do it unless I'm in a relationship.
It don't matter.
With you.
No, so it's just me. So I can go have sex with
because she's in love with
Joe
you.
Blow.
Because she's in love with you. Because she had a relationship with you. But that's why.
I just wanted to ask you that. I just want to ask you.
That's why. But do you understand that now?
You just made it clear.
You made it clear.
Only because she's in love with me.
Right.
So the guy who from the club, I don't care nothing about him.
Why are you worried about
Wham,
that?
bam, thank you, ma'am.
Why do you worry about that? You wham, bam, and thank you, ma'am.
How you know that?
He was just with the chick.
I can tell by the way you lean. You wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
They was just in Memphis together.
It had nothing to do with you. You're not with her. So don't judge her about who she's sleeping with, because she won't sleep with you.
Today's question sponsored by... How would you react if your partner refused to title your relationship? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
I think you're a decent guy. I think you really care for and love her. I think you know you can't be faithful, and you told the truth about that. I think that you continue to enjoy her company because you really did enjoy her company, but you weren't ready to make that commitment. And you thought that if I tell her I'm not really committed, even though I keep continuing to do committed-like things, it's cool. And on a very legal, take you to court kind of way, you were right. But on a very human, you know how women are kind of way, you were wrong.
Right.
She loves you deeply and thoroughly. You can't be judging her about who she's sleeping with or what she's doing because you're not her man. Okay. Ms. Bean, you need to be, as I said, the subject of all your sentences. I know you want to get a guy, a fella, and get him in the house and sit him down and keep him there. We all like that. Women, that's what we want. We want that home. We want that center. But you can't baby a man into that, and you can't argue a man into that, and you can't investigate a man into that. You have to be able to be so strong and independent. They got to keep chasing you. I go about my business and do my thing. And if a man wants me, he got to run and catch me. I ain't gonna slow down. I ain't turning around. Not gonna look. I'm not gonna fall down while I'm running so he can catch me. You take care of your life. You take care of your business. So even if a man doesn't end up in it, it's still okay with you. And then when you get all interesting and fabulous like that, you know what happened? Not him, but the right guy. Not mad at you, though. This matter is adjourned.
How did you miss all these signs?
I didn't miss it, but if you've ever been in love, it makes you do crazy things.
Why is there a double standard here?
There's really no double standard. I don't think no man would want a woman that he cares about to sleep with another man. It's just a man's jealousy.
Today on divorce court.
I came to divorce court because I want to know if my fiance is cheating on me.
I came to divorce court today because I want to stop being controlled by my fiance. Jonay doesn't want me to work, and that kind of makes me feel like a rat trapped in a cage.
Terry Jo says I don't let her work, but we had already made an agreement that she would stay at home and take care of the kids while I go out and make the money. I want the judge to tell Terry Jo to stop lying and just be truthful with me.
I think our biggest issue is trust. If this issue isn't resolved, it's going to end up breaking us apart. Before we get married, Jonay has to stop controlling me.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jonay Moon and Terry Jo Olvera. The two of you have been together for 4 years, engaged for 1 year. You love each other, but you're not quite sure this is the thing to do. So what you've done is you've come here, you filled out my compatibility test, you gave me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I think your union is ill-advised. Mr. Moon, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me why you love her, you're thinking about marrying her, but you're not quite sure?
I'm not quite sure because this woman right here, she's very untrustworthy and she lies. She lies about texting her exes, and she's very secretive with her phone. She's always like hiding it.
Hang on. You see what kind of ride this is gonna be already.
When we're in bed, like we're like cuddling, she'll always like put her phone to her face to like make sure I don't see like who she's texting or what she's doing on her phone.
What's the phone doing in the bed anyway? Y'all young people don't know what to bring to, well. Why is the phone in the bed with you?
Well, usually we will be on our phones when we're laying down, and then when it's time to put them on the charger, we'll just go put them on the charger, but...
She's on her phone.
But you carry it all the way with you to the bed.
It's like my baby.
Yeah, she takes it more than I do. I try to get her away from her phone all the time.
Do you have any tangible proof that she's doing anything scandalous? I mean, she's attached to her phone, but you could say that about a whole lot of folk that just don't want to give it up. Well,
there was this one day I was getting ready for work, and like there was this person like that kept texting her, and I caught one of the texts and it said like, meet me at this place at this time. So I went to work and it was bothering me. So I had asked my manager, can I get off like 20, 30 minutes early to go see what was up? So when I went there, I saw this woman with another man.
Ms. Olvera, what happened?
Let me explain. It was my best friend's boyfriend, and she had just passed away. We were meeting up to see how each other were doing, see how he was doing after losing her, seeing how I was doing. Now, if he would have actually asked me and asked what was going on instead of assuming, then...
Did you tell him?
No.
I didn't tell him anything. I can't tell him anything. Because he's crazy and all he controls,
you know what?
My
Did
life.
you know that your friend had passed away?
Yeah, he knew my friend passed away.
Hey, Jennifer, I'm just naming her Jennifer. Jennifer's boyfriend is upset. I want to talk to him, see how he is.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I can't talk to any male figure without him going like on this crazy rampage that I'm cheating on him, that I want to be with this person. If
Do
I
you
walk
lose
out,
your mind if she talks to a guy?
Somewhat, but I'm jealous, but she's the same way. She's jealous just as much as I am.
Let's not. I'm talking about your jealousy. See, you can't ask her to be honest and tell you what's going on all the time. If she tells you something innocent, you still go off.
Oh, no, I don't go off if she's just honest with me and just truthful. If she lies and I have to go find it out, then that's when I go off. I'm like, you couldn't have just told me?
One of my exes had made a pass at me, and I kind of just, like, brushed it off, but I told him about it. And he still, like, went crazy on me. He's like, I don't believe you. You probably went and slept with him. And
Did that occur?
She didn't tell me. I found it on her phone, and then I confronted her about it.
No, I told him.
Now, she did mention me that she had seen her ex and stuff, but she never told me.
And I told him that he made a pass at me, and I just completely ignored it. But I told him because I felt that was something
that was an appropriate thing to do, or just in conversation.
He's still so
you say
into
he changes
himself.
his passwords every day.
Yes.
What's up with that?
It's mostly on his iPad because his iPad's connected to his phone. He'll get messages coming onto his iPad. And there was this older woman, and she's calling him baby, and he's telling her she's fine. I call work because I have to have permission to go anywhere. So I call him.
Hold up.
No.
You have to have permission to go someplace?
Yes.
That's false, sure.
To leave the house?
Yes.
No.
If I go...
No.
If my
I will
sister
get
come,
to you.
My sister will call me and ask me if I can go to the store with her because she has my nieces and sometimes she wants me to sit in the car with them.
It doesn't matter. You want to go out just because you want to go out.
Yeah.
Do you have to call him and ask permission?
Call him. If he's not home, I have to call him and ask him for permission.
Now, Mr. Moon, is that in any way, shape, or form, anywhere near any kind of truth that we could see?
No, because she told me to control her, and I have evidence of this.
He did.
I have evidence.
Well, first of all, bring that for me. I would like to see that, but you didn't answer my question. Are you saying that you don't control her or that you do control her, but she requested it?
I'm doing what
Which
she asked
one
for.
is it?
I do control her. I'm doing
So
what she asked
you do require her to call you and ask for permission to leave the house?
It's more like a check-in to me. Like, just like, hey, I'm
Just
leaving.
let me know where you're headed.
Yeah. So I'm not confused or anything, or, you know.
But when I get the response of a no, you can't go, that's
So
not
you
just
say
a check-in.
in this text, I'm not hiding anything. Trap me, lock me up in the house, control my life. Do what you need to do. You know I'm not lying to you. What can I do for you? Did you text that to him?
I texted that, but it wasn't in the form of literally controlling me because before that we were sexually talking, and it was more of a sexual reference.
No.
You were doing a
control
little
me
S&M
in
there,
bed.
you know, just, it was sex talk.
Yeah.
No. You can
so
see in the
instead of
messages.
literally tying me to a chair and bowing to his every command, I was more meaning like tie me in the bed, you know?
No, you can see in the text she had just got done lying about something. She's obviously trying to make it up. That's what she does.
Now, Nick, I want you to keep in mind that this is a before you vows. These two people are really considering getting married.
I would.
And don't
Think
trust
about
each
that.
other. Woo!
Wow.
You say he won't allow you to go to work.
I have to stay at home, and I am not allowed to do anything. So I took it upon myself one day. I wasn't actually looking for a job.
Well, before we go on to that, but the general rule is, as you understand it, you're not allowed to work.
Yes, I'm not
Is
allowed
that
to work.
accurate?
It's not black and white like that. We made an agreement. I would go out and work, and she would stay at home and take care of the kids in the house.
If she wanted to work, would you have a problem with that?
No, if she's just honest with me and just be like, hey, I want to work, we can work something out.
No, because
My understanding that that isn't the case, that she did get a job behind your back and you lost your mind. That's what I want to talk about next.
yes, I ended up having the job for about a month until he found out.
How did you get that past him? You got 3 kids, you got a job for a month, and he didn't notice? So tell me about the time you went and got a job and he found out about it and he lost his mind.
One day I was just kind of scrolling on Facebook, and I seen that one of our diners was hiring. So I applied, didn't think I was gonna get a job. I was like, okay, you know, just for the hell of it. I ended up getting an interview, and so I went in and they actually hired me. I passed all the screenings and everything. I ended up having the job for about a month until he found out.
How did you get that past him? You got 3 kids, you got a job for a month, and he didn't notice?
I kind of told him I had to have a certain schedule, so I would go off of his work schedule. So while he was at work, I was at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Moon, tell me, how did you find out she had a job?
So I was working one day, and my friend, he had texted me, and he was all like, hey, tell your girl congratulations on the new job. And I'm like, new job? What are you talking about? He was all like, no, man, she's here giving us drinks. She's the host. I'm like, no, she's not. Show me some evidence. And he sent me this photo of her working.
So your friend texted you a picture of her in her hostess uniform.
Yes.
And that's how you found out she was working.
Yes, and then when we went home, I confronted her about it, and she just had the biggest attitude and everything. At first, she even denied that she was working. I was like, what about this picture then?
Right.
She was
So
like,
you
Because
caught a
of how bad he
cold.
controls me.
she asked me to
I can't
control
walk
her.
outside and a neighbor say hi to me
you
without
keep
him
saying
freaking
she
out.
asked me to control her. She asked me to control her. Let that go. And if he doesn't let that go, you should go. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And you don't want to be married to someone you are controlling. It makes you unhappy. No matter how much control you get, you can't predict everything they're going to do, and you end up mad. So cut it out.
Yeah.
And the only reason I went and got the job is because I was doing something for me instead of for him all the time.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know why you're considering getting married. I've taken a look at your compatibility test, which alarmed me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take time to go through the compatibility test, and then I'm going to ask you to give me a professional love. I want to know why it's even rational that you two would be considering trying to spend your life together. And your compatibility test alarmed me. You think she's a slob and can't keep house, and you think he's so nasty you won't have sex with him. How's that working?
Would you stay with a person who wants to control you? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/divorce court.
All right, Judge Lynn, we have a viewer's question ready for your judgment call. My wife doesn't approve of me picking up my children at my ex's house, and she doesn't allow my ex to drop off the kids at our house. Should I refuse to cooperate with her demands or just find a neutral location?
You need to tell your wife that Judge Lynn said she needed to get her act together, stop being so insecure, understand that you had a life before you were with her, and behave like she's a grown woman and let those kids get dropped off at the door.
Okay, Judge Lynn, another viewer's question ready for your judgment call. My wife had a baby outside of our marriage during one of our separations. I feel like I don't have to take care of her child if we get back together. Is it wrong to feel that way?
It's wrong to do that. I can understand your resentment and not wanting to, but think about it this way. That child had nothing to do with the way they got brought into this world, so you're going to have to care for it like you would care for your own.
Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court. Will be right back.
As I said, your compatibility test alarmed me. One of the more minor things in the compatibility test, which said something to me about the viability of this union, is you think she's a slob and can't keep house, and you think he's so nasty you won't have sex with him. Now, to me, two huge red flags. Why don't you first tell me about the manner in which she keeps house and why you're unhappy about it?
She doesn't keep house. Every day when I come in from work, I always step in like food or something. The floor is always sticky.
He's a liar.
She literally does nothing.
He's lying.
Well, turn around and look.
That's
Is
his
that
mess.
how your house look?
That is his mess.
That isn't my mess. I don't.
That's
none
from
of that's
him.
mine.
That's from him.
Yes.
There's no way I could have done it.
There's a day where I asked him, can you please just pick up? There was a day I was like super sick, and I was like, can you please pick up the living room? And then these are the pictures from that day.
So that's a picture from one particular day. You
Yes,
asked him to
from
be
one
sick,
day.
and he went
That
around
was
and
one
taking pictures of
particular
his
day
own mess
when I was
and
sick.
claimed you did it.
Right.
All righty then. You claim that he's too funky to have sex with. How's that working?
He will go like 5 days without even taking a shower. And then expect me to get in bed with him. And then I don't even know if this lady that he has been talking to.
What, the older lady?
Yes.
No.
If he's been doing anything with her. I don't want to catch anything.
Y'all got to, right now, because right now I just think this is absurd. Just clearly absurd. Two people who don't like each other talking to each other. That's what I see right now. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. All I want is 30 seconds of pure positive. What you love about her, why she's the woman for you, why you want to spend your life with her. I don't want no criticism, no negativity, simply positive. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
I love her hair. I love that she's open about like whatever I want to do. Anything I want her to do, she'll support, like whether it's the most outrageous thing. We always have like a family day, and any game I want her to play, she'll do. I mean, even if it's the most ridiculous game. If we want to watch TV, she usually lets me choose the show. She always lets me, you know, choose what we're going to eat. If we're going out to eat, she lets me choose the restaurant, you know.
So you said one thing to me. No, you've said two things to me. You like her hair, and she does exactly as you tell her. That's it. That's all. She's obedient, and her hair's pretty. That's what you said to me. Do you hear that that's what you said to me?
Yes.
I didn't hear anything about her sense of humor, her character, her smile, anything positive about her. But anybody who obeys you, you down for the cause. Basically, that's what you just told me. That's an F. Let's see if you can do better than F.
Okay.
Give me 30 seconds. What's wonderful? Go.
The one thing that I loved about him was every time he would see me, It was like a huge smile, and his smile's gorgeous. But he would always have flowers. And he kind of made me feel like I was loved. And I hadn't felt that in a long time. I love his energy. I love the way that he handles certain things. He's so outgoing, and his personality is like an A+, because, I mean, he can make a joke out of anything.
I gotcha. That was an A. See how it's done? Now I'm going to say what I got to say.
Okay.
And you ain't going to like it.
Today's question sponsored by... What would you do if your partner stayed home all day but didn't do housework? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
I'm not really sure if you guys are really serious. I don't know if you just came here to, give me a giggle. But on the off chance this is real, run. When you're in a relationship with someone who believes that the relationship revolve around him and only around him, that is a dangerous, unhealthy thing. It never gets any better. It only gets worse. And the more that you comply, the more that you do, the more he's going to ask from you. You said in your compatibility test more than 5 times, if he would just stop controlling me. He even said in his compatibility test, I'm too controlling. Controlling people don't get fixed. They have to have someone go and fix them. If you hook up with a controlling person, they chip away at you bit by bit until you're almost not there anymore. And then they get angry with you for you not being there, because they've torn you up. It's like having a car that you like, the car ain't perfect, so you go out and kick it, and you kick it, and after a while, the car is a mess. And then you really don't like the car. Don't be the car that he kicks. Be the woman that he has to say goodbye to. Take your kiddies and don't raise your children in that. Don't let your kids see you get whittled away by an insecure man, and that's all that is. A desire to control is nothing. I'm not sure, I'm not certain, so I have to make sure everything is where it should be. She has to be where it's supposed to be. Do what I want, when I want, how I want, because otherwise I'm not safe. I don't have her. She may go off with somebody else. Because you're scared, and you can't live and love from a place of fear. No matter how much control you get, you will not be happy, because the problem is in here. The problem is you don't feel safe. You shouldn't want a woman that needs to be told what to do, when to do, and how to do it. You should be man enough to have a woman that can go out there. I ain't talked to my husband in 3 days. He ain't worried. Because he knows he's that man, that dude. I love him. You don't have to wonder where I am, because I'm running to get to him whenever I can. When you that dude, you get a woman who will love you for you, you won't need to follow anybody. Where is your marriage certificate? See this thing? See it is? See? Tear it up. Ain't that right? Just tear it up. You don't need it. And I so want you to hear me. I work with an organization called Bloom 365. And all we do, not all we do, but part of what we do is just extract women from situations when their partner have controlled them. And it starts like this. Don't let it happen to you. Get some help, and the next woman you get, because you shouldn't have her anymore, should be someone that you can honor, respect, and she can run the remote herself, and you won't lose her mind. This matter is adjourned.
Judge Lynn told her to run. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I've done something wrong. I want to fix it.
Judge Lynn told you to get up out of there. What do you plan to do moving forward?
I think I am going to do something for myself and for my kids.
We're pregnant.
And engaged, so...
Yeah, we're going to get married in 2020.
today on Divorce Court.
I am tired of Vontae always lying, always cheating, and his family members always in our business.
Even though she has a problem with my family, she takes it out on me.
They should love me. They don't have to like me, but respect should be a main thing.
When it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's toxic.
I grew up with 6 boys. My temper has always, like, yelling to get my point across.
She's throwing stuff at me, broken stuff of mine.
At the end of the day, how we supposed to get married if we can't be a family? If we all can't sit down and have Sunday dinner together, that's a problem.
Divorce Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Denise Harris and Vontae Lewis. The two of you have been together for 5 years. You have no children between the two of you. You, however, have 2 children from previous relationships. You're here today on a before your vows. You two have been together 5 years. You can't decide whether or not after all this time you should get married, although I do believe you're looking for a ring already, but we'll check that out in a moment. You've given me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I think your union is ill-advised, and you also filled out my compatibility test, which has shown me some things that are moderately alarming. Before I get to those things, I'm going to start with you, Ms. Harris. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why, after 5 years, you can't seem to get to a point where you can jump the broom?
Vontae is very hard to trust. Like, for one thing, he just lies all the time. Like, even when we first initially started talking on Fridays, he never answered the phone, never. However, Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, he'll answer the phone like, hey, what's up? We can get together. He used to be like, that was his day to sleep. He used to work like 10 to 12 hours, you know, during the week. So
do you live together?
We did. Not right now, we don't.
Okay, you were living together for a while and he left. Did he tell you not to call on Friday?
No. I'm talking about, like, this is when we initially first met back in 2013.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying, like, he just lies. Like, this started out lying.
Well, what was he lying about on Friday?
Friday wasn't my day. My day was Saturday. Friday was his ex-girlfriend day. So that's why he wouldn't never answer the phone. But he told me on Fridays he be asleep. That's why he don't answer the phone.
Did you have your women scheduled?
Nah, I mean...
Was Friday not her day?
Some days I be asleep.
Now, Mr. Lewis, we can dance around the maypole, we can get this thing done. Well, you're seeing 2 women at the same time. And I'm gonna tell you what, ain't mad about it. Sometimes it's a rough transition. You meet someone new. Sometimes it takes a little time to, you know, decouple. So were you doing that?
Well, I mean, we had just started in the relationship, so yes,
yeah.
I was mingling. I was mingling with other women.
You understand that? You know, you meet somebody, you like somebody, and all of a sudden he's just gonna drop everybody else. He don't know if you're crazy.
He didn't have to lie.
I ain't mad about that, because that's a new relationship, he don't know what to do. Give me a lie that's gonna upset me.
So one day he called my phone. He was like, we was on the phone for like 30 minutes. So he was like, I'm gonna put some air in my tire and I'll call you back. I was like, okay, cool. So like 30, 40 minutes done went by. I'm like, okay, it don't take that long to put air in no tire. So I kept calling his phone. He never answered the phone. By the 20th time, he didn't answer. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna pull up at his house. So as I'm driving to his house, the whole way I'm calling his phone. Now we done got to the 75th, and this is no lie, 75th phone call. He finally answers the phone, and I was like, where you at? He was like, I'm at home. I'm like, no, you not. I'm sitting in front of your house, so you not here. Oh, but I'm on my way. I'm like down the street. So when he pulls up at the stop sign and he see my car there, the first thing that he do is bust a U-turn, because he already knew that it was gonna be drama. So when he bust that U-turn, I chased behind him, acting like I was gonna ram him with my car. I wasn't gonna ram him for real, but I was making him think I was gonna ram him for real. So finally, I guess he got tired of me chasing him around the neighborhood in our cars, and he finally pulled back up. I pulled back up. I'm like, man, babe, just get in the car. We just gonna talk. I'm not mad. Get in the car. So as soon as he hopped in the car, I'm like, where your phone at? Because I wanted him to know, because he told me his phone was dead, and that's why he didn't answer my phone call. So I wanted to see his phone so he could see, no, you see that I called you 75 times.
How long ago was that?
This was like, probably like 2016.
And you stayed?
I
mean, 75 phone calls, a car chase, in the car, demanding your equipment. You stayed.
When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's toxic.
How often is it good?
Ooh. I say about a good, maybe 80%.
Mr. Lewis, were you running around on her? Was she chasing you for a reason other than her own insecurities, or were you actually doing something wrong?
No, I wasn't doing nothing wrong that time. I was.
No, yes, he lying, because as soon as he got in the car, before he gave me his phone, he was like, I'm going to let you know, I got some girl number.
But it was work-related.
He was cutting up.
Let me give you a little clue, Mr. Lewis. Trustworthiness is not like a suit. You can't just wear it sometimes. So if you were cheating 5 times, she's yelling at you about the 6th time when you really didn't do it, you can't say, I'm trustworthy, because you're not. It's not a suit. If you don't wear it all the time, it's like you're naked.
He makes me crazy.
Okay, nobody makes you crazy. You just are.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody make you crazy. Now, I understand that there is a concern about a coworker with whom she believes you are cheating. And I want to take my time to turn my attention to that particular individual because she says she's particularly concerned about that.
I don't think I was giving her the googly eyes. I mean, I conversated with her. She was a coworker.
Never play poker. And when you get on the stand, always tell the truth, because you're going to go to jail for perjury. So, Ms. Harris, I understand there is a particular coworker that Mr. Lewis has that causes you concern. Why don't you tell me who she is and what's going on?
He was working at a part-time job at a gas station, and it initially started where he would come home late. Like, he supposed to get off at 11 o'clock, but he wouldn't come till like maybe 12, 1. And he used to be like, oh, he was waiting on the 3rd shift person to come in. But I let it go. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So not too long
I doubt that, but go ahead.
No, for real.
You don't look like the woman that, okay, it didn't read true to me, but go ahead.
At that time, I was like, oh, okay, cool. So some time went on down the line, and like he just started to act different. And at this point, he had packed up his stuff and went home. He got mad one day, just mad. Packed up his stuff and he left. He liked to be like, oh, we were separated during this time, but he still want to come over every night, spend the night. He still want
But he's on a break.
Yeah, but he on a break. But he's still taking me out on dates, and we still hanging out on weekends, going to clubs. We doing all that.
Were you dating her during the breaks?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, he does that.
So you know that's a lie, right? A break is, I still want you, but I want to sleep with other people and not be held accountable for the things I'm doing. Never accept a break. Ain't no such a thing. You tell a man he want to break, you break all the way off. You can't come back, you can't come by, you can't call. If you want to break, you want to be with me or you not with me, ain't no in between. Women take too much.
After that, I really found out about the girl. I just randomly went up to their job one day, walked in. As soon as he seen my face, he was smiling. But I wasn't smiling because I seen how they were looking at each other. I'm like, oh, that's her right there. Like, because they giving each other, like, googly eyes and all this. She all up under him while he trying to check me out. She all up under him.
What kind of job was this?
At a gas station. She young. She don't know no better. She...
Yeah.
She don't know
Were you googly eyeing with the co-worker? Were you giving each other long, meaningful looks, and did she catch you doing it?
No, I don't think I was giving her the googly eyes. I mean, I conversated with her. She was a coworker.
Never play poker. And when you get on the stand, always tell the truth, because you're going to go to jail for perjury. Because you're not selling it. You're not selling me your innocence. Right. It's just kind of, you're real liquid with it.
Because he's not innocent.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're kind of doing the wrong thing, aren't you?
Sometimes, not all the time.
Sometimes, not all the time.
But that particular incident, yes, you was doing right. And I mean, I know for a fact because after, like I said, he kept pulling up at the house. He would drop her off at home because she ain't had no car, didn't know how to drive. So he would drop her off at home, and then he'll come to my house. And one thing that he always do is he go to sleep. And when he go to sleep, guess what I'm finna do? I'm finna go through your phone. Right. So I went through his phone one night, and I done seen them texting. He talking about they'll put her in a hotel, and he'll help take care of her and her baby, and all this mess. He don't fool with his ex no more because she found out who I was from the day when I walked into the store, and she asked him,
were you trying to play Superman for another woman?
I mean, we had developed a friendship, but no, I wasn't trying to be her Superman.
I understand that Ms. Harris has quite the temper. Can you give me a story that would demonstrate the extreme nature of her temper, and then we'll talk about it for a moment?
She ended up throwing my tennis shoes in the toilet. And so I ended up throwing my shoe through her mirror.
Right. Now, who has the temper?
Can I tell you about the stupid tax? The stupid tax is this. You tear up somebody's expensive stuff because you're angry, then they have to go and replace it. And the only people that are benefiting from that is the people who make the stuff that you have to buy 5 times because you don't have enough sense to have a conversation as opposed to tearing up their stuff.
We can't have no conversation.
That's the stupid tax.
He won. We can't have a conversation. Like the day, like that
Well,
night.
we're going to talk about it.
He
I do believe that one of the reasons you can't have a conversation is because you don't know how to talk to people. And I also understand the fact that you don't know how to talk to people has made his family not like you. So we need to discuss that and what I saw in your compatibility test. What did you do while you were blacked out?
I mean, I just snapped. Like, I raised my voice. I started cussing that person out. And Tay had to come and get in the middle.
What would make you suspicious about your partner's relationship with a coworker? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. Ms. Harris, you say that Mr. Lewis's family does not like you. Why don't you give me a couple of examples?
When I first met them, they started talking about, like, girls with weaves and how black women don't feel pretty if they ain't got weave in their head. The next time that I came around, I didn't have no weave in my head. I had my regular hair. And the first thing they gonna say is, oh, you are actually a pretty black girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. He said that stuff was a joke, but if I don't know you, I'm not gonna take that as a joke. A couple years on down the line, Christmas, I pull up, I'm in a good mood. Slick was invited. I thought, give out the gifts that I had, and next thing I know is, oh, Vontae, did you give her the money for this? And I'm like, well, he ain't gotta give me no money. We do everything together anyway. So, like, his money is my money is his money, so it don't make a difference. Oh, well, I'm just saying, because if it was me, I wouldn't have got you nothing. So I was like, okay, well, that's the difference between me and you. After that...
Have you ever been in a dispute?
Oh, yes,
with any of the
that
members?
same day.
Tell me about the dispute.
The next thing she said out of her mouth after that I wouldn't do nothing for you, I wouldn't have gave you nothing, was, I know how you be faking and fronting. And at that point, I just blacked out, because it's been a whole year of just nitpicking. At that point, I blacked.
Now, you know what that means. I got mad and I don't want to take, don't want to take responsibility for what I did.
No,
I blacked out.
No, for real, I blacked out because at the end of the day, the family member that I have the issue with, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be that way. But I blacked out.
Well, what did you do while you were blacked out?
I mean, I just snapped. Like, I raised my voice. I started cussing that person out. And Tay had to come and get in the middle because they slick chest bumped me, and I was really about ready to go on and handle that. But I didn't do that. I said, out of respect for them, because they older than me, you know what I'm saying? Out of respect, I'm finna go get my mama. I went to go get my mama. And, you know, it was really finna be on and popping, because my mama, she about that life, too. So it was really finna be on and popping.
Mr. Lewis, can I hear your version of that event?
I mean, I will say the family member, they was wrong. At the end of the day, I still left with her. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care what
What'd
my
you
family...
do before you left with her?
Nothing.
Did you get into it? Did you separate people?
I did,
you try to have a conversation?
I got in between them.
Over and over and over again, she says you don't stand up for her with your family. Is there any truth to that? I mean, take a minute.
No. Because at the end of the day, I always end up with her.
No, just because you go sleep with her don't mean you're taking a side. Do you talk to your people about how your people...
I've talked to them several times.
Hey, I'm still talking. How do you talk to your people about how your people talk to her?
Yes, I do.
Do you come to any resolution with your people?
Grown folks are going to do what they want to do regardless.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think Ms. Harris brings some of this on herself?
Yeah, sometimes.
Not with your family member?
Sometimes.
Does she start stuff?
That particular incident, no, she didn't.
Okay. She is known to be staticky. Does she crackle, snap, crackle, and pop?
Yeah. She does have that.
You do snap, crackle, and pop, right?
Yeah, when I'm disrespected or I'm irritated. Like, don't be rude to me. I'm not rude to nobody, but I'm a big person I respect. You don't respect me,
How
I'm not gonna
often do
respect
you get disrespected and irritated in any particular day?
It only comes from people that I love. Like,
I'm looking for a number.
I don't know. It can happen at any moment, really.
How often in a week do you snap, crackle, and pop?
I could be in traffic and road rage.
Yeah. I got you. Now this is, every once, when I do these things, I know you're new, so I'm just letting you know. This is a before your vows. They want to know if they should get married. So right now, all I think is run. So I'm gonna go back and talk to you about. Give me 30 seconds why Mr. Lewis is the man of your dreams.
Well, the first thing is, he is my soulmate. He can make me laugh. He can make me cry. He can make me angry. He bring out all my emotions that I could possibly have.
Anybody can make you angry, but go ahead.
No, they can't. But for real, like, he is, like, in tune with me. Like, I really like his personality. We really have a lot of things in common. We born in the same year. Like, I have to do everything. I make all the decisions. I do.
No.
I make all the decisions. Even on his birthday, I made the decisions.
Now, this was your declaration of love.
I love
and you
him,
complaining about the brother. We've been talking bad about him all I said was 30 seconds of positive. You went it 15 seconds in, it was over. That was sad, that was pitiful. That's an F. Mr. Lewis, you got to be able to do better than that.
Okay.
Positive, love, why she's the woman for you. Go.
Like she said, we do have a lot in common.
And I didn't think he could do worse, but he did.
This is him.
Today's question sponsored by... What would you do if your partner was in a physical fight with your family member? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
I'm going to address what I believe is an overall error that so many people make these days, young people, about what love is. And first of all, they always fall out with that he's my soulmate. That's some stuff you got out of a book. You read it, and it don't mean nothing. I don't know who thought that up. I would like to find out who he was, dig him out of his grave, and smack him. Because it's not true. You can have a wonderful time with anybody for some period of time. You get a little bit of love and a little bit of excitement, and you say, he's my soulmate because I enjoyed him. Ooh, that sex was good. And then once you've decided somebody's your soulmate, you just overlook all of the 75 phone calls. If he's your soulmate, he'd have answered on number 1. But you know what I mean? There is no such thing. Guy don't answer my phone, I don't call him again till he calls me. Because I ain't gonna chase nobody. He don't want to talk to me. Why I'm gonna make him talk to me? And you want this cat to marry you. If you a lunatic every other day, he ain't gonna sign on for that. And you can't chase anybody into being trustworthy. He messes up, you break up with him. And then when I say break, that doesn't mean throw him out of the house and then have sex with him the next day. I mean, send him away. You know, you both need to work on who you are. Work on your sense of security and work on your sense of how you're going to lead your piece of this community into a better day. And with that, I will adjourn. This matter is adjourned.
When the judge brought up my anger and attitude, like, for her not to know me, like, she hit it on the nail. We came on here because he don't communicate, because he don't express his feelings. He did the exact same thing here.
Today on Divorce Court.
We are here today to see if me and Shahid should be together. I feel like I'm the man in a relationship and he's the woman and that he should take on financial problems.
Our main problem is communication and not understanding what we're gonna do with babysitting with our child.
It feels like he's my second child and I also tell him that a lot. I feel like I'm taking care of my child and I feel like I'm talking to my child.
When you telling her something, she automatically blanks you out and be like, okay, whatever, it's a lie.
He's still stuck in the I'm single, I'm not a parent mode.
Her communication skills need to get better, and her attitude and her moods towards me.
I feel like we can stay together if the judge feels like we can actually work things out.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Brittany Patterson and Shahid Hargrove. The two of you are both 19 years old. You've been together for 2 years. You have one child together. Things are a little rocky, and you've come to see me. I'm going to start with you, Ms. Patterson. Why don't you tell me what's going on in your relationship with Mr. Hargrove?
Well, me and Shahid are here to see if we should be together. We have communication issues, we have financial issues, and I'm sick and tired of it. Just 2 days ago, we got into an argument because he wanted to move to Gwinnett County, basically closer to his job, and he said he wanted to get out of the DeKalb County area. So for me, I said, okay, cool. I looked up some apartments, which Gwinnett County is kind of on the higher end. I looked up some apartments, and I also sent him something that was like $700-800.
Right.
So when I was telling him about it, he was just like, I guess he took it in a way as in, no, I'm saying like, I'm gonna move to Gwinnett County and we're gonna pay $900 on rent. And I was not saying it like that at all. I was just saying like,
this is what I found.
this is what, I'm just listening to what you said to me. I'm going by what you said. You say you want to get out, go move close to your job to Gwinnett. That's what I did. I'm just going by what you said.
Well, what did he say to you? Did he get mad?
He was like, basically, $900 is too much money to be moving to Gwinnett County. We can't afford that.
Which
and
it
I was
is.
like,
Which it is.
I was like, which it is too much. But I also sent you $700-800 apartments.
Did you get angry with her because she gave you a wide price range of apartments? Did you feel like pressured by it?
I honestly felt pressured because at the end of the day, I'm thinking of the future instead of just the present.
Yeah.
Present.
But do you see that you might have misread that? She was just,
Yeah,
you said I want to
Going by
move to
what
this
you
place.
said.
Yeah,
These
but
are how much the houses
That's
cost.
my goal. That was my goal. That's what I was trying to get through
Right.
her head. That's my goal to move out there closer to my job. But if we're not financially stable to move out there, then I'm not going to make that move.
All she did was send you
What you
listings.
asked for.
Why did you feel that was pressuring you?
Because at the simple fact, she said, well, if you don't want to move out there, then I'm going to move by myself.
Or you skipped that part.
Yeah.
I only said that because we was already in the heat of the argument. He wasn't understanding where I was coming from. I'm only listening to you,
But
baby.
that's where the communication come in from.
Right.
That's where the communication come in at. I told you, yeah, I want to move to Gwinnett. That's my goal. But when I tell you what I want to do, what's the issues of what we got to go through when we move there? We got to have transportation. We got to have somebody to watch our child, daycare or something.
Right.
That's going to take all our money.
I think you do have communication problems, but let me tell you what you missed. She just sent you what you said. This is my goal to move here, and she just said, "Okay, I'm gonna start looking stuff up and sending it to you, so we know how much things cost." And you took it as she's considering outlandishly expensive apartments, and I can't afford it, and she doesn't understand. Do you see where you got it wrong?
Yeah, I understand.
You get it?
Yeah.
You get it? That was you.
Yes.
All right. Tell me one time it was her.
I come home from work. She had an attitude. I said, what's wrong? Ignored me the whole time. I'm asking her, what's wrong?
Right.
She didn't want to say anything.
Right.
I said, let me give her space. I'm going to let her have space. I get out, I asked her, what's wrong? She said, you're the reason why I'm mad. I said, okay, let me know. What did I do to make you mad? Well, if you don't know what made me mad that you did, then we shouldn't be together. I can't read your mind. I can't sit here and...
What kind of comment is that? Did you say that?
I did say that. I said he did make me mad.
What were you angry about?
That day I was just like so frustrated. Like he came into the house, I had an attitude, yes. He came into the house, he didn't say, hey, babe, you need a break. You didn't need nothing. I let him go take his shower. I let him take his shower.
Listen, let me tell you something, young lady. Men know what you tell them. and nothing else. And if he loved me, he would know. If he he don't feel like you feel. He doesn't have the same hormones, the oxytocin. All of that is different. He can't feel how you feel. You got to tell that guy. He can't read your mind. If he loved me, he would. No! Some of the most obvious stuff to me, they miss. Because they're not thinking the way you are. They're not thinking from the position that you're in or from the perspective that you have or with the hormones that you're working with. So you got to tell them. Yeah. And you got to tell them a hard target. Don't just tell them that you feel some kind of way. You got to tell them what I need. I need you to take the baby for an hour.
And it's that simple.
Even when I tell him that, he still just gets an attitude. He still gets an attitude. I have to force my breaks.
How you telling him?
As I say,
how you coming at him with it?
I don't come with him through a whole attitude all the time. Sometimes it's like, hey, babe, I really need a break. Or sometimes, so he'll get the baby for like 5-10 minutes, then give him back to me. And just like, as in that's enough, you know? So I
got that. Other than that, other than the basic communication issues, what seems to be the problem? Is it about the young child that you have? You guys really weren't ready to have a baby.
We wasn't ready to have a baby at all. It was not planned, so.
Had you not had that baby, would you still be together?
In honesty, a lot of times I feel like we only together because of our baby.
Mr. Hargrove, how do you feel about that?
I feel like if we didn't have our son, I feel like we would have still been together. She might not feel like that, but in my heart, my mind, I feel like we would have been together. But it's just, all I want from her is to understand my points of views on communicating on certain things. Sometimes once she get her point of view across, my point of view doesn't care. My point of view doesn't matter. It's not true. It's just,
Give me an example of that.
I'll be like, okay, I'm finna go out and I'm finna go get some stuff. She'll be like, well, no, I've been with the baby all day. You need to come in here and wash my side. I'll be like, but you just told me that we need some things for the house. But you're saying that I don't provide for the house, so I'm trying to go out here and get some stuff for the house, do things for the house. But you want to disagree with me and say, no, you need to stay here with your son. You haven't been with him all day. I haven't been with him all day because I've been at work, trying to provide for us.
My understanding is, and I think this is part of the problem, that she has a lot of anger. I want you to tell me, start off with, what's the worst thing that she's done?
I come back in the room and all my clothes are cut up.
Ms. Patterson, did you do that?
All the clothes that I bought him with my own money, yes, I ripped them up.
You just explained that to me like that actually made sense.
Since I don't do nothing for you, everything that I bought and I paid for,
you're missing the point. So what is the wildest thing she's done in a fit of rage?
This goes back to the apartment situation. After we didn't agree on what was going on, and she said that, oh, I'm just gonna leave. You can stay here. I'm gonna leave. I'm still moving. I was like, okay, cool. I come back in the room and all my clothes are cut up. Why does all my clothes have to be cut up over a situation of communication? Just because you bought some of them clothes that you bought me doesn't mean that you come in there and cut everything up. That doesn't make any sense.
Now, Ms. Patterson, did you do that?
I did do that, but I only did that because in the heat of the argument, he said, you don't do nothing for me. You're not here for me. I said, I've been holding you down since day one. When you didn't have a job, I was the only one there to take you in. My family took him under his wing. When he didn't have a job, I was paying for everything. I was paying for dates, our movies, everything. And I feel like he's unappreciative to that. So all the clothes that I bought him with my own money, yes, I ripped them up.
Now, you just explained to me like that, explained that to me like that actually made sense. You really did. You weren't just like, woo. Let me tell you, you said in the heat of the argument, I said I would just move. Remember earlier you said in the heat of the argument, I said I would just move without you. You didn't really mean that, did you?
No, I didn't mean that.
So he said something in the heat of the argument, and you're holding him to it.
Yeah.
Like that's how he really feels, that's what it really is. Oh, so if you feel like that.
Yeah, and I feel like
I'm going to go in and tear up your clothes.
Since everything that, it was like, since I don't do nothing for you, everything that I bought and I paid for,
you're missing the point.
Yeah.
You're still missing the point. Still missing the point. The point is you got stuck on some mean stuff that he said. when you know full well that people say stupid stuff in arguments because you just told me the stupid thing you said in the argument, I'm going to move without you. You didn't mean that. You were just angry. So he said something in anger. And so you can't take that seriously. But you've taken it to heart and responded to that and then paid the stupid tax.
Yeah.
Because he's got to replace those clothes.
Of course, I'm going to replace them.
No. That means out of the house. Yeah. You guys got 12 cents at the end of the month. I know it. Don't tell me because I know.
Exactly.
And now you got to take that 12 cents and rebuy stuff you already bought. It's not, I'm going to go replace it. You're in a household. Now that money is out of the household. It's out of your baby's belly. It's off your baby's behind. You know, it's not him against you. It's y'all against the world. Are you with me?
Yeah, I understand.
What is the worst thing that he's done in a fit of rage?
So the worst thing he has done, I want to say, is like he went missing on me. He went missing on me as in...
For how long?
A week. Probably more than that. I had to call his family, call his job to make sure he was okay.
That is a huge thing, and I do want to talk about it, but I also want to talk about the fact that you believe that he is a follower and you are not comfortable with his friends, that when he leaves and hangs with his friends, it causes you concern.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that next.
He did go missing, but the reason she could not get in touch with him was because she took his phone. So how she gonna get in touch with him?
Do you and your partner end up paying the stupid tax after arguing? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. Your sister was here on Divorce Court before, and I want you to see what happened, and then we're going to talk to her about what she's seeing at your house. Go ahead and roll the clip.
I took in my 2 teenage sisters because at the age of 18, because my mother couldn't be a mother and the state was getting ready to take them. He know how I feel. I know how I feel to be in state custody being passed around. You know, they was teenagers. They was rebellion teenagers, which I felt like they just needed a little bit guidance. They just needed a little bit help, the same help that I needed when I was their age. So I put them in counseling. I put them in this, and he felt like all that time I was giving to them and the children, I should have been giving to him. But at the same time, I felt like these are my sisters.
Sisters, and you had an obligation.
And I was obligated.
Why don't you come up, Jessica Patterson? Come up, stand by your sister there. What do you see going on at their house?
A lot. Well, it started in my house. And this is what happens when you blend 2 different households together, well, backgrounds. He come from a very structured household, mother, father, everything. So he was, I want to say, raised the right way. She doesn't come from that, so she doesn't understand how to deal with conflict. I tried my hardest to show her, but when 2 teenagers want to get together and have children and want to play house, they don't understand what comes with that, and that's what they just don't get.
Right.
And the communication, like, she sometimes thinks I take his side. I'm not taking his side, but right is right, wrong is wrong. You go from 0 to 100 too freaking fast. You could have handled that in a whole different way. Like I tell her, it took me a long time to get there, but I'm still here to show you. When I allowed him to come stay with me, when I started seeing the anger, her being sad, when he did go missing, but the reason she could not get in touch with him was because she took his phone. So how she gonna get in touch with him?
And it was something that was not his, and he keeps saying that.
But you get where you're wrong with that again.
I get where I was wrong.
Yeah, you get where we're wrong with that. Ms. Patterson, how you and your husband doing?
It was great.
You doing great. You were little Bonnie and Clyde, little thugged out ghetto Bonnie and Clyde. It was wonderful. And they were trying to make it. They were in it to win it. And I'm so glad you're still together. And you need to listen to your sister, because she knows what she's talking about, because this is going to be a long, hard journey and a struggling road. Ms. Patterson, I'm going to ask you to have a seat there, and thank you very much for coming. I want you to tell me why you don't like his friends.
One time he almost got locked up behind his friends. They had an altercation at the store. His friends put him in the middle of a situation.
So it was just a hot mess.
Yeah.
I get it. Now, Mr. Hargrove, do you understand that once you enter the realm of parenthood, you can no longer sit in the streets because you have obligations that are beyond you. If you get shot, that's a sad thing.
Yeah.
But if your child's father gets shot, it's a tragedy.
Yeah.
You chose to have a child, so you can't do that no more.
You
You know what I mean? You just got to let it alone. You just got to let it alone. There's so much I want to tell you to. So much I want to tell you to. I'll do the best I can in the time I got left.
Today's question sponsored by...
What would you do if your partner spent more time with friends than with you?
Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
You two have to enter into what I call a married state of mind. And a married state of mind puts you two and your baby here and the rest of the world there. What I see with a lot of 19-year-olds and young people who are in relationships, they are on opposite sides of the fence. One of them is winning and one of them is losing. One's getting taken advantage of. One feels like they can do everything. Well, you know, everybody's on different sides. That's what allows you to tear up clothes. That's what allows you to take a phone. That's what allows you to get so angry about something that she did or said. You take it to the nth degree when it really isn't that important. So you've got to enter into a married state of mind. Remember, before you open your mouth about anything, I gotta make it comfortable with this other person. If I were you, I would invest in seeing somebody about my anger.
Yeah.
Because anger comes from insecurity. People who are fearful and insecure, they get angry because that's their best defense. And whatever you do, I mean whatever you do, don't have no more babies. Because you guys got to really level up just to take care of the one that you got. Did you hear what I said? Listen, and if you're not sure, ask her. But she got some sense. I know, because I know her. That's why I brought her back. I know she's got some sense. She was raised in a horrible situation, as were you, but she made a whole lot of conscious decisions to make her life different than where it was going. That's a person who can see past corners. You need to see it past a few corners. If you can't, ask her. She's on y'all's side because you are in a married state of mind. You with me?
Yeah.
I wish you, it's going to be a tough road, I ain't going to lie. But I wish you the best. I really, really do, because I wish your child to have that strong parent situation going on so they can get where they're going. I want a hug from you, Jessica Patterson, because I remember you. Thank you so much for coming and raising your family the way you do. You got it?
Yes.
I'm going to get you a tape of this, and I'm going to replay it for you and holler at you every day if you don't get it right. This matter is adjourned.
What advice can you guys give other 19-year-olds dealing with some of the same difficulties that you guys are dealing with here today?
I mostly say wait to have a child and make sure that you really want that relationship with the person you're with.
What are you willing to do to step up in this parenting role?
My financial issues, stop my habit, and worry about my family more than anything else.
What are you willing to do to kind of move away from those anger issues?
Like the judge just said, I most definitely will reach out to somebody, talk to my sister more, and also listen more, because I don't listen and my anger is from here to here. So I will most definitely work on that.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm here because Montel disappears. Sometimes it's just getting out of hand.
I be wanting to get away from the nagging and the drama.
I don't feel like I have Montel's family support because I ask them, do you know where Montel is? And they'll always lie to me.
She's very disrespectful to my grandmother and some of my family members.
I want the judge to tell Montel that he's a married man and he should conduct himself as such.
I would like the judge to just let me know what direction to go in our marriage.
I want to stay with Montel forever, but if he doesn't change, I know I'm going to have to leave. I feel like he's forcing my hand.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Adrian Deere and Montel Deere. Mr. and Mrs. Deere, you have been together for 3 years, married for 1 year, and you have one child together. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mrs. Deere, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your background and why you're here before me today?
I met Montel at this restaurant I used to work at, and he and I began to communicate. We were inseparable. Things were moving pretty fast. 3 months later, I found out I was pregnant. I was really unsure. I was contemplating whether or not to give our daughter up for adoption, so I moved home. Montel, he tried to keep in contact with me, but I was just really scared and I was unsure, so I would ignore him. And now we're here.
Now you're here. Is that pretty much what happened, Mr. Deere?
I tried to contact her. She didn't even answer my phone call now.
Well, what were you trying to accomplish with that?
I was just scared because I didn't know this man, and I was having a child with this man, and I didn't want another child.
And you panicked?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Have you tightened up your birth control game at all?
Yes, ma'am.
You too.
I got one child, that's it.
All right, but you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep that group together.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, get away from you. Tell me what's gone wrong. You've only been married a year. Why are you here?
Because, Judge Lynn Toler, Montel, let me tell you about this dude.
I'm scared now, right? I don't know what's going to happen.
Let me tell you about this man. I truly love this man with everything in me, but he has a problem of disappearing. He will disappear for days, and then when he finally does return, he'll act like nothing ever happened. And I really think Montel is also cheating, and I have messages between this girl and I through social media that I found out he was talking to. If I may, could I show you?
Nick, if you go get them for me. And while I'm getting those.
Just that.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Deere, why don't you tell me what you have to say about A, you're disappearing if you are, and if so, why? Okay. And B, are you doing something you're not supposed to be doing?
Okay, I disappear and go to my sister's house or my family and friend's house just to get away. I get tired of the nagging. I work 10, 12 hours a day.
Okay.
And I be having to come home and cook. Adrian cannot cook. I gotta cook.
You work a 10-hour day.
10 to 12
hours. You got
hours.
to come home and cook.
Correct.
Because she's been home all day.
Right. Sometimes,
with the children, no food.
Right. I gotta come home and take the food out.
Mrs. Deere, you coming up that late?
No, Miss Judge Lynn Toler, that is so... that is not true. Okay. That is not true. Let me tell you about this man. I will get in the kitchen, and I admit, I don't know how to cook that well, but I attempt to cook. And if I make something and Montel doesn't necessarily like it, he will belittle and down me, and he'll say, this is disgusting. I'll cook.
Now, Mr. Deere, did she try to cook? She's just not very good at it?
Well, she tried probably one time.
Right.
The chicken was bleeding and
He's telling the story.
The rice don't be done. So I can't eat that. I can't eat that.
Do you guys argue all the time?
We do.
What do you argue about? I know the chicken was bloody.
Okay.
Or if there's no food at all, which, by the way, you have the right to have when you get home after a 10 to 12-hour day. You know, you need to show up.
But Montel treats me like a maid.
I'm not talking to you yet. Go ahead. Tell me what else you're arguing about.
She very disrespectful towards my grandmother and family and friends like that.
Disrespectful to you? So we had no food, bad food, not nice to grandma. What else you argue about?
When I come home, she want me to get my daughter, she'll say she off duty now.
So she doesn't hand you a plate, she hands you the kids.
Right.
Now, Mrs. Deere, when he comes home from a 12-hour day, do you not only not have dinner, but do you tell him you're off duty, he's got to take care of the kids?
Okay, it's 7 days in a week, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
4 of those days when Montel gets off work, he doesn't come to the house. He may return at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So, yes, when he is there, I do tell him to spend time with our child, yes. And if I'm wrong for that, then I will accept that.
When you do get off work, do you not come home so that your appearances are rare, and therefore she hands you the children so you can bond with them?
I work 6 days a week. I just want 1 day to myself. That's all I ask. She can't even give me that, so.
What does to yourself entail?
Just to get away and just to clear my head, really.
What do you say the two of you argue about? Let me try it from that end.
Yes, ma'am. Montel says we argue because I nag, but I only nag because I care about him, and I truly believe that he's going down the wrong path.
What do you nag him about?
Some of his friends, they're not in relationships, they don't have kids, they're not married, so they don't understand how, for one, how to be a man, and two, how to be a father. And Montel just... he kind of soaks up other people's personalities like he doesn't have a mind.
So he's hanging out with trifling people, and you're afraid that he's going to be trifling too.
They're very trifling.
Is that what you guys argue about?
Yes.
Your friends and who they are and what they're doing?
She dislikes majority of my friends and family members too.
I understand what the thing is at home. Now I want to figure out why it is she doesn't get along with your family.
She tried to hit my grandmother. Yeah. She even cursed my grandmother out.
Did you cuss?
Nah, misjudge Lynn Toler.
So, Mr. Deere, why don't you tell me why it is your wife can't get along with your family?
Adrian had a terrible attitude, and she's very disrespectful, especially toward, like, my family members and my grandmother.
Give me a story. Tell me what she's done once.
Okay, she tried to hit my grandmother. Yeah. She even cursed my grandmother out. She said, "Are you Montel?" She asked my grandmother that.
And you did it, too. I see it in your face.
Nah, misjudge Lynn Toler. I'm completely honest with anything I've done. I don't remember... I honestly do not remember me trying to physically hit Montel's grandmother.
Did you cuss?
I did curse, ma'am. But let me tell you why. Everybody say you should respect your elders, but I don't think that's true at all, because I feel like you should respect who respect you. Since day one, even when I first introduced my daughter to Montel's family, they always had these little sly, slick remarks like, she's too light-skinned to be his. Is that really Montel's daughter? I've always told him you can get a DNA test if you're unsure whether she's yours or not.
Has he ever questioned you?
No, ma'am.
Then what you bothering with the slick statements for? Why does that bother you?
They're always talking. Every time I turn around, that's not Montel's daughter. Why are you there with her? Like, why are you with Adrian?
Did they say that to your face?
They do. His grandmother has told me that on numerous occasions. Yes, I have disrespected her, but it's only because she's disrespected me first. She's disrespected my livelihood. She's disrespected...
How did she disrespect your livelihood?
By questioning my mothering skills. Yes, I'm young. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything about being a mom. I didn't have my mom, but I'm trying. And as an older woman, instead of belittling me, you should encourage me. You should actually try to put me underneath your wing and help me.
Do you want to know what Grandma said?
I would like to.
She says, I've tried to tell her that I loved her. I've showed her that I loved her. I tried to teach her to cook, but it didn't work out. She says you're mentally unstable. You need medication to calm you down. She says sometimes you're sweet as pie and other times you're just mean. She doesn't think that kid is his. I mean, she got a lot to say. Do you think she dips in too much? That's a lot.
I guess she's just showing how much she loved me and cared about me and just want me to,
well, you
want me to make the right
Montel?
decision.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Okay, I'm sorry, but you know what? This an older woman. I know a lot of people may think I'm rude, may think I'm ugly for this, but at the end of the day, how you feel, you can feel that way. That's totally your prerogative. But since you're so negative when it comes to me and my child, just don't say anything to my child. Don't try to be involved in my child's life. And since you have so much to say about me, call me. And if you don't have my phone number, your opinion doesn't matter.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. I'm going to disagree with it in a little minute. But before I do, I want to talk about something that I think is very disturbing. Grandma says that you call the police on him when you argue for no reason. And I want to know if that's really happening. Now, Mrs. G, would you call the police on him when you were having an argument?
Okay, now, this...
That's a yes. How would you react if your partner cursed out your grandma?
Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV.
I'm going to get Mr. Deer's take first, because once I get on a train with you, we just out the station and gone. So, Mr. Deer, why don't you tell me, does she call the police on you when you argue? Or are you physical with her? What's going on?
No, I never hit Adrian.
Has she called the police on you?
Yes, she has.
How many calls were made? 1, 5,
about 6,
10?
7.
6 or 7 calls.
Right. There been time I leave the house, she'll call police and say I was a missing person.
I did that once because it was like 4 days before I actually seen Montel again.
Now, Mrs. G, would you call the police on him when you were having an argument?
Okay, now, this...
That's a yes.
Yes, I do. But yeah. PSA to his grandmother and anybody else, Montel has been physical with me. Why his grandmother is always evaluating me and, quote-unquote, my mental... whatever she tries to say, my mental health, she needs to evaluate herself and her immediate family because everything not all
I want to talk about specifically you and him.
This dude has kicked me out his car 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I did not know where I was. This dude has literally kicked me out his vehicle.
She done me like that also.
His grandmother has so much to say.
I put out the car before, yes. And she put me out before, too.
All late at night?
I had just bought my car.
Right.
And she threw all my important information, like my title tag and all that. She threw it down in the river somewhere.
What's that got to do with somebody creeping up on her and killing her?
I wasn't thinking about that part. I was just mad and I just...
How old are you people?
I'm 26.
What?
I'm 26.
How old are you?
23.
Are you running around on her?
No, ma'am.
Oh, well, now that's a yes.
I had, when it was just one time she knew about, that's all.
Just the one time? Is that the one time I have here in these text messages?
That is so not true,
Or is that the one time you got caught? And that's all you willing to cop to?
That's the one time she knew about, that's it. And then at
language, young lady,
I know,
language.
I'm sorry, I was, woo.
At the time, we was on a break, matter of fact. So why would you say I'm cheating on you?
Do you see the messages? Don't even worry about what he's talking about.
What messages? We was on a break, and she was saying she had a boyfriend.
I don't believe in breaks.
Right, okay.
I don't believe in them. That's just, we're mad at each other, so since we're mad, I'm going to do whatever I want to, label it a break, and then come home next week. That's not real.
Montel does that anyway, even if everything is going good between us.
Listen, I'm going to fuss at the two of you for the remainder of this proceeding.
Today's question sponsored by...
What would you do if your partner called the cops during arguments?
Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Let me tell you what you two children have done. And when I say children, I do mean children. What you've done is you got together and you liked each other and it was fun. 90 days in, you have unprotected sex and you created a life. And then what you did was you ran off like a 2-year-old because, I don't know what to do. So your decision was just to not talk to the guy that you didn't know who you had a baby with. Then when he finally caught you, you came back and you decided, well, we're going to get married. And he didn't want to get married. And now he's resentful that he's stuck with you, married to a woman he really didn't know, really wasn't ready to get married. And now this is where you are. Your response to his resentment is to be hysterical and undone all day long. You can't anger a man into your arms. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make him Ward Cleaver when he wasn't even ready to get married. And you too, you should have wrapped it up. And then you made a baby, and then neither one of you has decided to grow up at all. You have not skipped a desire that I'm not feeling good today, I'm not, to heck with the kids. I'm gonna leave them home with their crazy mama and go out there and hug corners with my friends because, hey, that's what I feel like I'm doing. I've worked 10 to 12 hours a day. That's all I'm gonna contribute to this relationship. And then instead of saying, man, let me make this a home this brother wants to come home to, you coming out, you keep taking them long nails and you poking and digging. He disrespected me. Talking about your grandmother. It's just killing me. Your children don't have a shot. They don't have a shot. You don't have any extra money. You throwing his paperwork out the door. That's the reaction of a 2-year-old. You are a grown woman. You have a conversation with this man. You don't throw his stuff out the window. You have a home that he wants to come home to. You don't make it a place where he's nagging and and this is disrespecting me because, you haven't earned her respect. You showed up, knocked up, reeled him in, and then what'd you do? Home all day with the kids, can't cook a meal? I mean, I can't cook, but I paid the mortgage. Everybody got to do their part. No matter what that part is, you not bringing home the money, you learn how to get that stuff done. And don't be childish. You with me?
Yes, ma'am.
And you need to be a man.
You're right.
You need to show some leadership in your home. You need to set an example. You need to stay home. What do you got, boys or girls?
A boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl. Oh, yeah. You know how much work you got ahead of you? Your daughter is going to marry you one day. You want this for her?
No, man.
She's going to see that you should expect no love and care from your man. Your man ain't going to do that. That's what she's going to come away with. She's going to come away with you. I should be hysterical and screaming all day because that's what women do. Is this the lesson you want them to learn?
No.
No.
Good Lord. What I want you to do is leave here today and decide that you're going to behave like adults. That you're not going to do whatever you feel like at the time. But you're going to do whatever you want to model for your children one day. Don't worry about grandma. You know what I mean? You can talk about me all day long. My husband's mother, father, anybody can talk about me. I don't care. I got the brother. He comes running home at night. And he ain't going nowhere because I make sure he don't go nowhere because he don't want to go nowhere. I mean, talk about power. Level up, my people, level up. We will not have a generation of people following you that have any sense whatsoever. They will not be able, capable, or emotionally set. They will not be stable because you didn't set the example. Do better. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you.
Got a little heated in there before. What's your take on Judge Lynn's assessment and what she had to say?
I like the fact that she told Adrian to step up and be a mom and start growing up.
I am a tad bit childish, but I just love this person. And if I'm childish for wanting him to love me in return, then I'll be that.
Today on Divorce Court.
I just want to know whether or not it's right for me and Ashley to get married.
I want to see myself with Sharita forever, but I don't know if it's gonna last forever.
If my partner doesn't change, I plan on leaving because I don't want to waste any more time. When she looks through my phone, it makes me feel, you know, very small.
I wasn't always jealous. It just started recently.
If I am cheating, if I am doing something, it will definitely come to the light.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Sharita Ford and Ashley Anderson. The two of you have been together for 4 years, engaged for 2. You cannot decide whether or not marriage is a thing you should pursue, so you've come to me on a before your vows. I've had you take my compatibility test. You've given me your license with permission to tear it up should I find that your union is ill-advised. Ms. Ford, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship? Why you love her, but you're not quite sure marriage is the way to go.
A few years back, I was in a relationship with another female, and the relationship it really didn't work out due to a lot of jealousy and other issues. Upon leaving that relationship, she shot me. So after that, it was just really hard for me, from all the counseling and, the physical therapy, just to get back out here in the world and just to live my life normally. It was just really hard for me.
First of all, I would say I'm so sorry. And, a lot of people who are in abusive relationships, everybody talks, why do they get out? Why don't they put up with it? One of the reasons is one of the most dangerous things you can do is leave, because that person is losing ultimate control. And I want to say I'm so glad that you did well. You got out, you got over, you survived. And I'm so pleased about that. I'm so pleased about that. Does that shadow what and how you do things?
Yeah, it does. It causes, when it comes to Ashley, for an example, she has some, jealous ways, and it makes me kind of standoffish when it comes to that.
Because you've seen that jealousy before,
yes,
and it didn't turn out well.
No.
So when you see that again, it begins to bring up all those old emotions. How you doing, Ms. Anderson?
I'm doing okay.
All righty. Why don't you tell me what you believe are the concerns that you have in this relationship?
As far as Sharita, she has anger issues. It's her a lack of ambition lately.
Lack of ambition. What? Tell me why you think she lacks ambition.
It's like she stopped trying to work or set goals or to build a life with me.
Did she have motivation,
Yeah.
and it seemed to lapse as things went on?
She was very ambitious.
Yeah.
She was working. She was about her business, and that was one of the things that drew me to her. We moved from Virginia to New York, and when we got there, I got her first job. It was and I actually got her second job as well. She wasn't putting forth the effort to look for the job. So I was like, okay, let me get out there and get it.
Yeah.
And then after that, after the second job, I'm like, okay, well, you have to find a job. And she wasn't trying. And it's I don't know if she's gonna ever do that again without my help.
Ms. Ford, let me ask you this. Do you see that there's been a change in how you do things since you've moved to New York? Do you see what she's saying about the lack of drive and motivation?
Within the last year, I see the change in me because I just went through some things. I mean, everything kind of came back. I don't know why, but it just did. When I first moved up here, moved to Albany a few years ago, she didn't find me my first job. I actually found it on my own. I was babysitting for a person that we came up here to stay with. So I don't know where she's getting that from, but that is so not true. And then the second job, we filled out for the application together, but she didn't get me that job, and that's the problem.
Where do you think she's getting this lack of motivation vibe from? Maybe I'll go there.
She's getting it from a period of time when she told me she was okay with me not working. She didn't want me to work. She just wanted me to do things in the house. But then after we moved to the new place, it still carried on. I have been a little lazy, but Let
me ask you this. There seems to be some jealousy issues. Yes. You seem to believe that the defendant is always looking and tracking and searching. Why don't you tell me what's going on in that department?
She looks through everything, every app, every social media, anything. I have no privacy when it comes to her. One day, she's going through my Facebook account, and I deleted some messages from my ex because I didn't want to deal with, like, the issues. She's... Even if she sees it and she knows that I didn't do anything wrong, she's still gonna, like, you know, nitpick at me. But then she goes into my Facebook account and she sees, like, broken up messages. I guess I think I left a few in there.
Right.
She goes back and she's flipping out, oh, your ex is calling you pet names and stuff like that. So I'm like, I mean, it was nothing.
Ms. Anderson, did that occur?
Not quite that way. What happened is, yes, I checked the Facebook account because if I notice things are changing, I'm going to check. I don't want to be hurt again. So
what have you noticed that made you suspicious?
I don't know what happened, but I had her phone, and I seen her ex at the top of her messages. Now, for someone who hasn't spoken to their ex in years, it wouldn't be at the top of the Facebook Messenger. So when I went into the messages, the whole thread was gone. It wasn't no messages left.
Before you humbled up upon that, which you just explained, were there any concerns that you had based on her behavior?
I guess you would call it a woman's intuition. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to look there, and when I did look there, I found the messages.
What I want to find out is why you have a suspicious mind. What's happened in your history to make you concerned about what she's doing?
I was in the process of adopting her children. I grew really, really close to them. 2 years into the relationship, I noticed that she was cheating.
Ms. Anderson, you said in the middle of your conversation, I don't want to be hurt again. Tell me what happened in your past that's looming over the present.
Well, before I got into a relationship with Sharita, I was with another female for a few years. I was in the process of adopting her children. I grew really, really close to them. 2 years into the relationship, I noticed that she was cheating. I suspected her of cheating. I asked her about it. I went out of town. I called home. She told me she didn't want to be with me any longer. She didn't want to be in a two-person relationship. She said, I knew she was cheating. I knew she was cheating on me. And she took the kids and left. And I didn't see them again after that at all.
How long did you know her before the two of you moved in together and you became a parent to those children?
It was in the first couple months because she was in a situation. So she came, her and her kids came and lived with me.
Can I say this? And I don't know if it's just because I'm old, but these days people seem to jump into the deep end of a relationship within 45 days and then wonder why, you know what I mean, it don't work out. That's because you didn't know who that person was, really. You didn't understand them. You haven't seen them for a season or two before you've invested your whole heart, your whole soul, got your body in the house with them, loving their children. I'm just that's a general response to the cosmos out there about what's going on. You say that Ms. Anderson continues to ask you if you're attracted to men. Explain that to me.
I'm gonna just go right into a story.
Please do.
In regards to this, because one night we was watching a movie. You know, we was just chilling back on the bed. Everything was good with me and her. We had a perfect day, and we watching Best Man Holiday. And
I love that show. That was a great movie.
And the part where Morris Chestnut comes up on the screen and his shirt is off, she instantly looks at me. I mean, and I'm not even looking at her. I could just feel her gazing at me because she got big eyes. You can see them. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm not looking in her direction. But she know when I get nervous, I smile or I laugh. And I look over, I just kind of peek at her, and she's like, so what's up with you? You like what you see? I'm like, no, I don't like what I see. She's like, So she thinks that, I mean, I said he's a nice looking guy, but I'm not attracted to men. And she knows that. Did
that bother you?
I mean, I kind of be picking with her. Like, I'm not really serious about it, but...
You know, I'm deeply heterosexual. But when I see Beyonce on there, I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? She's beautiful. Don't mean I want to go sleep with her, but you notice her beauty. It's evident. Morris, take off his shirt for a reason.
I know she like muscles, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I know she like muscles, and I guess because I lack them.
But you can always go to the gym for that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just, don't make a problem where there isn't one. Do you really think that she's into men still? Or
No.
do you think that you're not concerned about that?
No, I don't feel that way.
You said once a dominant woman walked by you.
Yes.
And she got upset. Tell me about that.
We was in a store, and we was just shopping for groceries, and just like any other time that she feels that I'm doing something inappropriate, she looks at me. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So I act like I didn't even see what just happened. Like, I didn't see the girl just walk past. So I'm just looking straight, and I'm like, not focused. She's like, you was just over there. What was you just looking at? And I'm like, what do you mean? What was I just looking at? I was just grocery shopping. Somebody just happened to walk past me.
Nothing you could do?
Then they're just there. But I'm not like staring somebody down like, oh my God, like, you know.
Yeah.
And she knows that about
She's
me.
got insecurity issues, and we know where they're coming from, and we can talk about that momentarily. But what I would like to turn my attention to now is the fact that even though she's always accusing you of cheating, she drives 9 hours to go see some other young lady. So I want to know what that's all about. There's nothing untoward about that.
You're right.
It was a phone number. I'm going to give you a minute. Have you ever felt jealous of your partner's celebrity crush? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. Ms. Anderson, I'm going to let you start out. Since you know we're about to talk about it, I want to know, are you going 9 hours driving somewhere to see another young woman?
Your Honor, that's my best friend.
Uh-huh.
It is. It really is my best friend. I don't know why she made it sound like
How often do you go see her?
Maybe once, twice a year.
Once or twice a year?
Yeah.
You sounded like it was at the drop of a hat.
It's whenever she needs her to come down there for anything, it's not just once or twice a year, and it's not just going down there. It's phone calls all day, all night, no matter what time, no boundaries. I recall when we first met, I thought she told me something in regards to her, not in like a sexual manner or anything like that.
Right.
It was just like, yeah, I'm about to take you over to my friend's house, yeah, some. I mean, I think she said, and don't be looking at her butt or something because she got a big butt, you know. So, but we were just friends at this time, so I really didn't care about it, you know. But it kind of stuck with me. I'm like, it's something going on that I should be worried about. But I'm not like a detective neither, you know. I'm just like, look, just tell your friend to stop calling so much.
Put yourself in her shoes. If she was going around doing the things that you're doing, I'm not saying you're doing anything illicit at all, but if she had a female friend who she drove 9 hours to see, that she constantly called and texted and all that, would that bother you?
I mean, it probably would, but she knows the circumstances. She knows that there's nothing going on. She knows that I wouldn't cheat on her. I hope that she knows that. She's
Do
like
you
my
know
sister.
that about her?
I did feel like that before, Your Honor. I didn't come into the relationship jealous.
What caused you to be jealous? Give me something concrete. I don't see any. I saw one text message from an ex, and she can't control the incoming, and she deleted it. So give me something else that's piqued your fear.
I don't know how many messages it was that she got from that ex, but it also, she received a message from somebody else, and they sent their phone number. I dialed the phone number into the phone, and it was already stored in her phone as a friend.
You know how many friends I got on the phone?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? There's nothing untoward about that.
You're right.
It was a phone number. I'm gonna give you a minute.
You.
You can't love from a place of fear. And that's what you're doing. You were so hurt by that initial problem that you're defending against a war that hasn't happened yet and may never happen. And what you have to understand is you're fighting the fear of being hurt, being left. You're fighting it like it's a threat to your very existence, and it's not. If I listed all the dudes that left me over the years, we'd be here till midnight. I feel bad for a week, go buy some shoes, and I'm fine. It's not the end of your life. It doesn't designate you as less than. You're not a bad person. You're not unlovable. It's just this relationship didn't work out. So don't be so fearful of the end of the relationship that you destroy the middle of the relationship. You can't have any joy. Love and enjoy it. And if you have 2 wonderful years and she leaves. You have 2 wonderful years. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not that serious. And I want you to believe in your own value. She hasn't done anything to cause you concern. It's that the little guy in your head saying, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. And he's drowning out all the joy and the love that you could be feeling while you watching out. You with me?
Yes.
I want you to be happy.
Today's question sponsored by... What would you do if your partner falsely accused you of cheating? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Two great people with tough history. I think that what she went through as a victim of domestic violence is still living with her. And I think it's hard to go out and be dynamic and do all of that when you have that sense of fear that the world is not safe. And I think you don't think the world is safe. You were from a broken heart. You were from physical harm. I think you both need to go into counseling separately. You can't love completely unless you love fully. And you can't love fully unless you make yourself totally open and vulnerable. And you can't be totally open and vulnerable if you're loving from a place of fear. I say you got to go somewhere, take care of that fear. Your fear that, your legit fear. Your legit fear. Just because it's legitimately there don't mean you have to nurse it and keep it. You could still get rid of it because it's messing up your life. You know, jealousy is its own ugly end. It causes the leaving that you're trying to prevent because it makes that person uncomfortable. Get some counseling individually, and when you're both safe and not fearless, but just not fearful, then it'll be time to make that move. My best of luck to the both of you. This matter is adjourned.
What are we going to do about these jealousy issues?
I just came to the realization that I have been acting a little paranoid, and I shouldn't.
We have a long history and a great friendship, so I can really see me being with her for a long time.
Well, I'm rooting for you guys.
Thank
All right,
you.
best of luck to you.